And I want you to give me a force moment that way while he's sawing. You're almost through, dude. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Timber. Boom. Fell just right where we said it would.
Usually have perfect.
On. And we get oxygen and fuel. Oxygen and fuel. You're striving to reach the self-sustaining phase. If you guys are wondering about if your cold steel Trailmaster is going to withstand some hard camping, this might be another good data point. Don't be in a hurry. Watch out there, Batman. When you lean over, that blade's sticking out. That makes me nervous. It's a chance for you to get all your frustrations out, man. Homework. Booyah! Baton Master. Batman, give me some breather down there, dude. Give me some oxygen. Awesome. Boy, that fire looks cool. No big. It'll be okay. However, something that will not be okay is this. It's kind of a lot of work coming up that fresh powder, huh? We've been looking for wood, talking about different candidates. We found it right here. Quaking aspen in a stand. Here's our dead guy right here. Right in the middle, you can see the bark peeling away. You can see the dryness underneath the bark. This is what we want. Okay, and again, we had to go kind of away, not kind of, but far away from that campsite in order to find this, because in the summertime, you know, any dead wood's going to be scoured and scavenged by the campers being used. If you have the right tools, you can process this wood. Also, we just had an interesting discussion about priorities out in these conditions. Okay, so if you find yourself out in these conditions, right now at your current energy state, you have a fire kit, a shovel, a little bit of food, no shelter, what are you going to do?
Shelter first.
Thank you. We were just talking about that. You want shelter first in tonight's environment because you just may not be able to get a fire going. Maybe your hands get cold, you get hypothermic, and if you have a snow shelter, which you could dig into this powder, don't you think, Bro C?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to go down deep and then put it back up on top. Get a little bend there in your entrance, and
doable. And there are some drifts out here. That's one thing I didn't say earlier about snow caving. You could just hollow into a drift. There's one right there that my light's on, and you could, you know, dig right on in there. So shelter first. All right, so here we are. We're going to follow this guy. We're going to do a clean cut right about there at the base. How do you guys want to do it, knowing what you know now in your current energy state? Axe or saw?
Saw.
There's one vote for saw. Batman, what do you want to do?
Less energy, saw.
Okay. Brocy?
I'm saying saw.
Allie? Saw. Right on. Yeah. How about Panda? Do we already ask Panda?
Panda, shredder.
Shredder.
Definitely saw.
All right, I did not tell those guys to say this. It's just, to me, it's common sense. You're going to expend a lot less energy. So let's get to it. Let's talk about safety real quick, guys. When this falls, what direction is it going to fall, do you think?
Fall away from the group.
Yeah, it's going to fall right about where we're standing here. So we're going to clear that area. We're going to clear the dog out of the area, right?
Yep.
Just stand out of the area, and we'll keep the blade lubricated. Then we'll saw it up into chunks, bring it on back to camp. All right, so our saw tonight is, again, I don't know, whatever, Baco Force. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, 30-inch. Since we have a sled, we have more saw capability. Where did that lubricant go? Oh, don't tell me we lost it. It was in here earlier. Here we go. Oh, cool. Without that, our life becomes much more difficult. It is doable, but it's not pleasurable. Okay, all we're going to do is we're just going to do a quick shot like this. And like that. We're going to make sure our blade is very tight. And dudes, TMPers, this saw is the bomb. It blows away a saw-viver, but it's bigger and it's heavier. And your system, like this, has to be able to carry it.
What's the lubricant? Is it a specialized lubricant? Or
Nope,
is it...
just WD-40,
okay.
Generic. That's all we need. And then we're going to start sawing. The only problem we have right here is that it's going to collapse onto the saw blade. And so we may have a compression issue.
Do a wedge.
Yeah, we can do that. That's actually a good idea. And I'm gonna have the boys do this since I've done this like a billion times. Panda, you wanna step on up? So what you're gonna do is notch down here, and then you're gonna notch here. So I want you to give me a 30-degree cut going this way. We might be able to get away with that, but if we don't, we'll wedge it, okay? Enjoy.
All right.
It'll be a while before we're ready for the falling, so we'll clear the safety zone then. We're gonna try not to damage those live trees. We take care of our nature out here for the next generation. All right, someone grab that lubricant, give him a couple shots left and right on the blade. He's gonna saw a lot easier with that. Got the Phoenix LD20 in the house. 25 degrees, providing illumination as we fall our standing deadwood. Saw some nice little thin trees, and why can't we use those?
Oh, too thin.
Huh? Speak up there, Batman.
Too much moisture.
Yeah, if they're thin, they're gonna have a higher moisture content. Kind of like this guy right here. Okay, he's been sitting horizontal. Okay, that wood's sinking in. Or, I'm sorry, the water's sinking in. This bottom half would burn okay, but you can see the water content right here, right?
He's halfway through.
I think we might get away with just this. All right, clear that safety zone, guys. Batman, I want you to lean on his tree.
Batman's over there.
And Shredder, lean on that tree, pushing it towards a group of trees from this side. Hold up. Stop sawing. Okay, come here. I want you to put your hands on this side, right here.
Come around to this side. Guys.
Right where I'm at. Both hands. And then Shredder, you come right on that other side. No, over here. So I want you standing right there. And I want you to give me a force moment that way while he's sawing. Okay, and then with you guys pressing on it, you'd actually force it to fall the other way. So
Right.
we're okay. Sawer, go ahead and power in. Don't hit those live trees, okay? Nice and fast. Let the blade speed do the work. Use that full length of that blade. There you go. It's like a chainsaw, man. You're almost through, dude. It's gonna fall. I want you guys to push it through the stand of trees, and watch out. This bottom half's gonna flip out. So clear this area if it flips.
Where I am? Okay, it's
Right where you are there, Doc. So there you go.
What should I do with the saw?
Just, it's fine, just leave it. Are you
back
through all
out.
the way?
I'm pretty sure.
He's all the way through, yes.
Okay, hold it. I want Sawer out, Doctor out of the way.
Ready to move, Chris?
Don't move until I tell you. On the count of 3, both you guys are gonna step back from the tree and let it fall. Where's Dog? Dog, this way. Get over here.
Bryce, step back.
This way. Come. This way. Over here. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Timber. There it goes. Push it, push it, push it. It's got caught up there. Boom. Fell just right where we said it would. All right. Now the work begins. You guys need to decide how you're going to carry that down to your camp place. Okay, do you want to... This is where the big sled would have been nice. Remember I said that?
Yep. And we're building a pit for it to be on.
Right. Here, I'll get that. Don't worry about it. We're building a platform for it. There you go. Why don't we segment this in short segments that will fit width-wise in that sled.
Okay.
That way we're going to maximize the amount of wood we can carry down, and then whatever's left over, we're going to have these strong, strapping young men drag it down.
That's right.
All right.
Okay.
Hit it. All right. And don't kill yourself when you're burning through. Just nice, even strokes. Use the full length of the wood. I want you guys to stand on that wood so it stabilizes. All the weight on the wood. Instructing the youth of America in pioneer skills.
Where's our lubricant?
I think it's in the sled area, which is where we want to keep it, otherwise it gets lost in the snow. Been there, done that about 100 times. How you doing, sister? She's like, I'm about ready to sleep.
He's all smiles.
We're still about an hour out from fire, maybe more. This was a very good find right here. This is exactly what we wanted. Also, you can use that as a fire starter. WD-40, like a flamethrower. Could soak some wood with it. Use it as a secondary.
Those snowmobilers they'd soak rags in their gas and then
they use their gas, huh?
Then use their spark plug to start their fire and save their lives.
All right, let me teach you what to do with that first one. Before you prop it under here. So lift that log up, fellas. Oh, careful, careful. Oh, there you go. Now lower it, smash that down hard so you smash that. There you go. Now look, now we've got it propped up. We won't bind our saw blade. So we go and we're gonna stabilize the back end. Batman, you're up. Enjoy.
Let's get a coat of WD-40 on that thing before we start.
Yeah, you might have enough. Try it. Go ahead. Probably about every 5 minutes I'll do it. Stabilize that log, fellas. Get your weight on it. Sit on it if you have to. There you go. That's the way to use that saw right there. See how he's using the full length of the blade? You don't have to press super hard, just moderate pressure, trying to avoid the knots. Try not to wiggle around so much. Keep it back. You want to transfer all the energy to the wood. So nice straight strokes, just like a lumberjack. There you go. Nice. That's good technique right there. What do I know though? I'm just a YouTuber. There you go. What stroke are you guys cutting on? The push or the draw?
I usually have push.
That's correct. So sometimes I'll angle down like this. And as hard as this is, do it with the axe. Then talk to me. Next. Now we'll shoot it. See how the blade's dry? A little bit of
So should we do
a little bit of this?
Split away from the tree.
Let's axe it. That's where our axe is going to come into play. And I want to talk a little bit about safety before we start swinging that bad boy. This is our axe, Gränsfors Brooks. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. From Sweden, about a 20 inch, 19 and a half. Okay, we're going to clear our way right here. Make sure no one's around here. Back behind me is clear. And that's sharp. Done. Don't get me wrong, I love having an axe in the kit. I just don't like cross-cutting with it. Well, maybe we'll try splitting with this later. I'm going to be alternating back and forth between night vision, regular vision, so just bear with me, guys. Doc on the saw, ripping it. The saw is pretty awesome if you can pack it in. We're just telling the boys the importance of making sure you go perpendicular to the wood. Try to not go diagonal, it's just more work. Least amount of work is a completely perpendicular line through the wood. Right, fellas?
Yep, that's right.
Look at these guys, man. Spirits, falling quiet. They're ready for their fire. How's that phone doing in your pocket? Did you get any service yet?
It's actually not a phone. I left my phone in the car. There's an iPod. So.
Is that a avalanche tracker? That could actually be helpful.
It's true.
All right, who's up?
Should we use this bark for tinder and stuff?
No, it's too full of moisture. We're going to strip it. What we're going to do is split this wood, create a bunch of sharp edges. Booyah! Then we've got ourselves some fuel that we can use. Guys, want you guys to remember this.
Wait, should we strip it all right now?
Nah, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can if you want.
If we strip it, then could the moisture get in more?
Nah,
Too cold.
It's too cold. We're not raining. We got ourselves a top-notch work crew going here in the mountains late at night. Pack time, 9:24 p.m. Told you guys we'd be working late. Got some wood stacked over here in the sled. There's Dog Diggity Dog waiting for us to go back to camp. Sled is looking sweet. And right about now I realized I forgot the bungee cords where we can stack it, or the 550 cord back at camp. Whatevs, we'll work around it. A couple other fire tools. Ontario SP50, there's a level 1 first aid kit in the background. There is a cold steel Trail Boss, great axe. Love that axe. Kind of cheesy sheath on it. Hate that sheath. And then there is a Ontario kukri. Excellent. Don't know if we'll have time to use all this. In fact, I know we will not. Oh, there's our lubricant getting ready to get lost.
Trees getting thinner.
I think that'll be the last one. The rest we can drag down, fellas.
The rest what?
We can drag the rest of that down. That slender top portion.
Alright.
All right, down to camp we go. That went quicker than I thought. Let's stack all our tools. We don't want to lose stuff. What do you guys think? Observations, Batman? Batman. Easy. I like it. I like the confidence of this guy. That upbeat spirit, can-do attitude goes so far out here. I'm not even messing with you. That's what keeps you alive out in this stuff. Hey girlfriend, how you doing? Huh? Just gave her a can of real dog food. I do that as a treat when she's up here in the mountains. Sweetheart, come on. Wonderland. Hard living in the mountains, wintertime. This sled has dumped a couple times as we go over the rutted path. We're again in the really deep snow right now. It's compacted in places, I don't know, from snowmobilers and stuff, kind of like on this road. But we're on again about 5 foot, maybe 6 foot of powder. As we found out as we tried to dig down and find those picnic tables. No go. There we go. There's Batman wrangling the wood sled back to camp. Something that needs to be tended constantly. Otherwise it will dump over. Everything takes twice as long as you think. It's a lot harder than you think it will be. Welcome to winter camping. Ontario SP50 kicking off the night. Duracoated by MissionSpecCamo.com. Yo. Okay guys, remember we talked about those sharp edges, right? Here they come. Takes a little bit of work to get into them though. Still say a carbon steel blade like this one should be able to withstand smacking it like this in harsh conditions. This is the one you want your knife too. Guess I should put a platform under this. See that, fellas? These guys have never batoned before, so they're learning the art of batoning with a large survival knife. Okay, so that's the process we're going to use. We can use that hatchet, but honestly I think this is safer. We got guys in close proximity all the way around us, right? And we'll throw down a platform. All right, safety brief complete, wood splitting in full swing. All right, Batman, this is a chance for you to get all your frustrations out, man. Homework. Girls saying no to you every time you ask them out.
I don't understand it!
Slam it. That's a cold steel Trailmaster. Owning it in very cold conditions. Oh, nice. Blasting through that log. Watch your fingers there, bro Cephas. Big on safety out here. Push that handle down. If that handle's rising up, that means you ain't pushing down. You ain't doing your part. So you need to leverage. Watch that AI. Watch. When he's kneeling down, don't do anything with that blade. Wait till he's cleared. Now you can angle it up. There you go. Good. Nice. That was excellent. So all you're doing is pushing down on that handle. Watch his. Anytime you maneuver that blade, you watch where his face is. I don't want you pulling that blade anywhere near his face, hands. It's a weapon. Good. Nice. Push it down. There you go. Hold on, wait. Put it back on top of your platform. Reposition. Don't be in a hurry. Watch out there, Batman. When you lean over, that blade's sticking out. That makes me nervous. Makes me nervous. Everyone's aware where that sharp blade is. Oh, see how he put that flat side down? That's a thinking mountain man. Come on, angle that handle down there, dude. Come on.
Go for it.
Come on, Shredder. Shred it. Booyah! All right, those two are good. So just throw those to the fire party behind you, which are working on smaller tinder, as you can see. We're not messing around tonight with any other fire starter. We're gonna throw down some trioxane on that bad boy. Off we go, straight across. This is where a large survival knife comes into play.
Holy
Hey, Nutnfancy, why don't you use your axe you got? Because I have a bunch of woods novices out here, it's all I can do to keep them safe with a survival blade. I don't want a big old swinging axe out here in the dark. Not tonight, maybe later. Makes me nervous. My job is to take care of these boys and teach them. Watch your buddy before you maneuver that knife. See where he's at before you post that knife up. You might just stab him right in the face accidentally. There you go, getting his platform ready. It's looking sweet. We've got another platform over here. We didn't want to dig down, expend the calories once again. I think I said that in another segment. God, everything is just so tedious in winter camping. There's Doc making sure Panda's safe. Love to see that.
The platform keeps sinking deeper.
Yeah, welcome to deep snow living, dude. That's just the way it goes. If you guys weren't so strong and, I know, full of rage, apparently Batman's got some rage because he's slamming through that thing. Seriously. Good hits. I like seeing it. It's authoritative. If you guys are wondering about if your Cold Steel Trailmaster is going to withstand some hard camping, this might be another good data point. This one's seen a lot of use in TMP, by the way. And also, cold conditions, by the way. Look in the upper right, I'll roll in some footage, pictures, whatever. It's been out multiple times on the snow expedition. That is a carbon 5 version, not the SK5. You guys are rocking.
All right, so what's our ultimate tinder?
As long as you give me a pencil, a fist-sized group of pencil type, we're in business. And then some medium size from that, we can start. Let me come out and look. You guys okay on your own? You gonna hurt yourselves over here?
I'm watching. Nope. You go check out.
Okay, nice. I like how that blade's down when he's close. We're always aware. It's just like a gun. We just don't point it or put it near any flesh. Oh, this is looking good over here.
That's your...
Yeah, I think we can give it a go. Just sunk in about a foot into deep powder.
I needed that.
Awesome. No joke. All right, let me get this going. Stay up here, you'll come down here, make it interesting, you know, the angle. But we're basically looking right here, and I'll narrate. Off to the races, and yes, I bring a lighter with me. Oftentimes in these conditions, though, it totally fails. Let me go to night mode. Can you see it good enough?
Yeah, I can see it pretty well.
All right, cool. I'll give you some more light here. Okay, and then can I see these nice sharp edges you just made, Panda? Like that. Watch this. They're going to catch right on. And then we get oxygen and fuel. Oxygen and fuel. We're striving to reach the self-sustaining phase. When basically whatever we throw on there wood-wise will start drying out because of the heat and igniting. And for the TMP viewing audience, we've done this lots of times on the TMP. I've shown lots of fire crafting. It's a basic and very necessary outdoor skill that you need. We've talked a lot about it. Yeah, this looks real good, this pile you got. Now we're going to get a little bit of oxygen. Notice my trioxane does not go out. Sometimes you'll look at this wood too, dude, and you'll say, that wood is dry. It ain't. It's got moisture in it. See how it's taken kind of a long time to light? Even the split wood has a moisture content to it, the dead wood. So it just takes a little bit of time, sharp edges, and some work.
So how would you have started this without the trioxane?
Well, there's a lot of good tenders. Guys are all in the comments. They've used, cotton balls with Vaseline. Nothing beats trioxane though. It doesn't get blown out.
Is it a gas? What is it?
It is a fuel bar that the military uses. Trioxane. I think Brigade Quartermaster sells it. It's purple.
Is it like a paste or is it?
It's a solid.
Like a brick.
Yeah. All right, now comes the scariest part of your fire creation, and that is when you actually think you have a fire, but you don't. We're not anywhere near the self-sustaining phase yet. And usually this phase, sometimes it happens, it just dies because of the moisture content in your wood. Maybe you don't have enough oxygen in there. Speaking of oxygen, okay. this is a time we don't want to have the snow, so we take our snow off if we can. So we do a little house cleaning before we throw it on there. And I want to start my big pieces. See how I'm throwing big pieces on there now?
Yeah.
Not huge, but just big. And notice which side I'm putting down. The sharp edge side. Because that's the side that's going to ignite, not the side that's been exposed to Mother Nature for the last 5 to 8 years. That side will not light. Oh yeah. Batman, give me some breather down there, dude. Give me some oxygen.
Watch your hat.
Okay, now we're getting a little bit bigger flame. Oh, did you guys hear that?
Oh, that duck.
Yeah, it's coming back. Those Arctic ducks are around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I just
crazy.
stepped on one.
So snow burrowing squirrels. I hear they got sewage problems. That's looking better. All right, it's easy to become mesmerized. The work crew's got to keep going. I would like this split. Oh, you split it already. Awesome job. See, that's going to burn. This is not going to burn. See all the moisture on there? And the stuff you don't see there too. Oh, yeah. You guys remember everything we talked about tonight. You may find yourself alone in the woods somewhere, sometime, and the lessons you went through tonight may help you.
And then we'll go, crap, I don't have any trioxane or cotton balls with Vaseline.
There's other ways to do a fire. I'm not going to say there aren't. You can use natural tinder, but I'll tell you out in this, you know, natural tinder, to me, tinder is something I throw a spark to and it ignites. Good luck making it out here. It's tough. You know, you shave it with your knife, get in the middle of the log, make a fuzz stick. You might have some success with that. I've tried it, and it's about a 50-50 split when it works. A little bit of foresight with your tinder of choice, maybe fat wood. I forgot to show you guys that. Trioxane, cotton balls, all kinds of other synthetics that you can use, which are excellent. And you'll be in business. Well, that's one thing that I differ in the Nutnfancy project against all the other survival shows, like on Discovery, wherever, is they almost prep a complete lack of preparation, that the guy has nothing with him. How do you survive? I'm not that much a survivor, I guess. I like having a little more preparation too. Alright guys, that's looking sweet. Is it at the self-sustaining phase yet, guys?
Nope.
It is not. We can tell that when we get embers, right?
Yep.
Alright, split that log right down the middle. Split this log right down the middle. Are there some planks under there? Give me those. Is that what you're using for your base?
That was.
Alright. You can still use them. We can produce something else.
These are.
There we go. Got a wind coming out of the woods helping us out. Alright, I want you guys to tend this fire from now on. Thank you, Mr. Cameraman. Awesome. Boy, that fire looks cool. As we burn, we're going to generate heat, and that platform will sink in the very deep snow. That's normal. No big. It'll be okay. However, something that will not be okay is this.
Oh, we got wet wipes. Yes.
I'm glad I have a doctor here with me.
Yeah, well, you don't need a doctor, you need a nurse aide.
That's about the size you should keep that fire, dudes. By the way, none of these guys have ever heard of the Nutnfancy project. I had to let them know what they're in for. Look at these pants. This is why you don't take cotton pants. Oh, dude. Daddy do not like. Horrible. You ever gonna bring cotton pants out here again? Huh?
No.
How comfy are they? All right, guys. Dinner time.
And we got our free lighting source.
Yep. Drying time.
Probably turn yours off.
Get your snow shovels, and I want you to dig into the side of these snow banks some snow benches. Compact them, and that's where you're going to be sitting. Okay, now at this stage, let's throw one of these in. High moisture dudes. Now we're getting to self-sustaining.
Where are the shovels?
Look at these socks over here.
Where'd the fella go?
Wherever you put them. Push down hard there, Doc. 2 hands. There you go. Excellent. When's the last time that was lubricated, by the way? It's
Been a
looking
while.
rough.
Hang on.
Oh, here it comes. Oh. Give me a twist on the other side so I can get to it. Here we go. Baton Master. Those look like gardening gloves.
Yeah. Cheap $2 Smith gloves.
Snow bench is complete on top of about, again, 5 or 6 feet of snow. Dinner in full swing. We got a combination of stoves. Roasting some weenies on the fire. Toes getting warmed up again. Data points being created left and right on what works out here and what doesn't. How would you guys change what you did on this trek with your equipment if you
Better
could?
boots.
Okay, so
Realize
better
there's
boots.
been so much snow.
Better boots.
Okay, let me get out of night mode here.
Socks. More socks.
More socks. Huh. You weren't there, Doc, but these guys were.
Yeah.
I told you guys to bring our socks, right?
I got
some
2
extras.
pair, but
Okay,
I've got
cool.
another 2 or 3, and I would have brought my good my snow boots. I was thinking we were going to be mud hiking, not 6 feet of snow.
I too was surprised coming out here. I thought we'd have slush snow. I didn't think we'd have deep powder like we did.
Yeah,
I mean, we
cold.
got hammered up here. There's Dogness over there. She's just fine. I just gave her yet another can of dog food. And she hates the fire. Always has. So she's fine right there.
That was cold.
Where's my hot cider? Oh, there it is.
Like top to bottom.
This is what I'm talking about, the blades. It's just so hard to keep everything rust free. You're trying to stay warm, stay dry, warm up your hands, take care of those guys in your party, make sure they're doing good. Oh, and then on top of that, you got to make sure your blades don't rust out. Love the carbon steel, but they are very high maintenance out in the snow and rain. Got to shoot them constantly with a lubricant. The Trailmaster SP50. That's a cold steel, I believe Trail Boss right there. Great axe. Super high value too for what you're paying. See how she's doing. Check in with Allie the mountain dog, see how she's doing. It's not too cold out here because she doesn't have ice on her pawpaws. This is her mat I bring up for her. Oh, good girl. We'll bring you in the tent here in a little bit, girlfriend. Yes, you're such a good hiker. Yes, you are. Good hiker. You guys getting your socks dry?
Go ahead and turn your lights off, guys. You don't need them. Shut them down. Lights on fire now.
Move your feet, lift up your feet first for a second. Alright. Like on an incline bench.
This is a good time to have just had a good discussion off camera about being grateful for pretty much our easy lives. Wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah.
You got electricity. You do have all those cool technological advances. Plumbing, exactly.
Water, shower
yeah,
any minute you want it.
exactly. None of those things do you have out here. Whoops. Thanks, man. Awesome. I bet they're still in there. My bean can just went for a dive. It's good bringing the boys out here and having them experience firsthand, get them away from their comfort cycle, away from the technology, do some hard work, which this fire is hard work, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
It's not easy to do a fire in these really harsh conditions. You see the tree out there. Let me throw some more light on it. Love this Quark 123. This is the most awesome headlight.
Step over and rotate those socks.
And like the doc was saying, you'll get back to your house tomorrow.
Bedroom, your soft bed.
Pillows.
You'll get back to your Barbie collection, Batman. That'll be cool.
I only have Ken.
Ken, you got a Ken collection? Is it worth any money?
More than you think.
Hey, as long as you can coin it out, you buy a buyer. But you'll be back to your regular life, and
How's it feeling, Bryce?
this will be a memory. That's why we record it on video and camera. You guys will look at this in the years to come and go, I remember when I went on that. That winter camp out sucked. Nutnfancy took us up in the cold woods. Had to go traipsing around for hours looking for wood. All right, not hours.
You know, we were fortunate. We really didn't have to go as far as I thought we would.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. And I'm so glad because that snow is such a killer when you're just plowing it without shoes. And I'll tell you what, audience, when we got higher up to where I was showing you where we got that wood, shoes would have helped. We were post-holing, at least when we got off the road, because none of that is compacted. And so that's a huge amount of expense when you just go wading through waist-high deep snow. So remember what we're talking about survival-wise. By the way, audience, I'm not like Joe's survival expert. I'm just throwing down the stuff that to me is common sense that can help these guys. And all these guys are scouts, aren't you?
Yes.
Of various levels. That's an eagle right there, this dude. We should have had him build our fire. What were we doing, man? He should have been doing it. We could have just kicked back. Sometimes, though, I've taken eagles out here several times. And I don't know, maybe they didn't pay attention during the merit badge. It just doesn't happen. And it's hard, just like we're talking about fuel source. Remember what we're talking about priorities, though. You guys even listening to me, or are you just like thinking about your iPods? Priorities like shelter versus fire. Will they change? Yeah, they will, depending on where you're at.
Wow.
I mean, tonight, and that's just my take, if you didn't have a fire at that point when I asked you, I think your priority is shelter. You need to dig in. Here we got tents down there. There's their big one. That's pandas and the docks. And then once you have shelter, then you take a assessment of your energy level, maybe food, water, and say, hey, can I make a fire? If you can, rock it. Make a fire. Your pants all wet?
Kinda.
What do you got? Like run pants under those?
Thermals.
Cool. How's your boots doing? You gotten cold at all?
Yeah, my feet got freezing.
Okay, these guys, this is a good opportunity to teach you a little something about boots. I call these Target snow boots or Walmart snow boots. They look like they're warm. They're packs. You take the sole and bend them in half. They don't have any support. That's your first clue. They're probably not great. And then take a look at the insulation in them. You know, do they have a removable liner, a nice, Sorel type removable liner? You don't have to have that, but if they do, it's a good clue they'll be warm. Look at your support on the side. I probably ought to make a video on that for winter boots, how to evaluate them. The ones I have on now that just split on me, by the way, during the Kel-Tec shooting, this is a different pair. They were like way on sale, and I bought two at the time. These are called Rocky Sport Utilities. And in the winter, I've just loved them. They're great. This is EVA midsole, so it's not awesome for super heavy loads. But on a soft, ground like the snow, they're not bad. And they're definitely warm. A downside is they do not have removable liners, and so on a multi-day snow trip, there's really no way you can dry them out. If they get wet, they're going to stay wet inside. And no, putting them by the fire doesn't help too much. All it'll do is crack your leather and probably melt your rubber siding there. But Fancy, hurry and come out with that video. I got too many videos to do. Too many. Well, you're seeing it. This is a whole tree that we're burning. Probably 3 hours, 4 hours. Time to stop messing around, cook these things up proper. The pocket rocket MSR dominates. You can do it in the fire, but then it just pitches over. Just like it did. What is that, Nutnfancy? That is one of my favorites. I'm a southern boy by trade. Black-eyed peas. Oh, yeah. Excellent. Some hot sauce, Cajun seasoning. That's the bomb. As I talked about earlier, you can see how the fire sunk down into the snow. And that's a good glow we got going off there. Time is 11:13 p.m. We have a package of hot dogs missing in action in the deep snow. They've looked everywhere, can't find them. We do have alternate food available if they need it. Nice one. Looks like I'm not the only one pushing outs out here.
Well, if we were serious, we'd do that. But
Good one. Excellent. Focus, camera, focus. We are coming to the end of our wood too.
Should we burn your bench sheet? Oh, we got a few more.
You're gonna need it in the morning.
yeah, we can use them to keep our butts drier.
Or you could have done what I told you to and bring, hello, sitting pad.
Dude,
Totally told you that the other night. Bring a little sitting pad for you in the snow. We had a little preparation seminar with these dudes.
The water bottle.
You guys ready to go get our next tree?
Yeah, I'm down.
Gotta go to night vision. Talking to the boys about Into the Void. What an awesome documentary that is about the climbers that got stranded. You're gonna join us about mid-story. So he cuts his buddy free, and guys that know the story, and if I'm getting a few details wrong, sorry, kind of, not really. But in the morning he wakes up and he goes down to where his friend was, and he can see what was happening, that he was hanging over that precipice, that when he cut him loose, that he had busted all the way down into that crevasse. And he looked, and he, you know, if I remember right in the documentary, he's yelling, you know, for his friend's name, no answer, and he's just wondering what to do. He says, well, there's no way he survived that. So Simon books it on down, goes on down to the bottom, and he's at his base camp, and they had another adventurer, not a climber, but a tourist that was with him, and he just stayed there, just mourning the loss of his friend. Meanwhile, his friend's in that crevasse, and he survived. And the rest of the documentary is that dude crawling on his belly on all fours down that incredibly rugged slope through jagged ice, jagged rocks, and he climbs all the way down, hallucinating along the way because he hasn't had water or food. He's in tremendous pain.
Like crazy.
What?
He'd be bleeding like crazy too.
Yeah.
And that's
It was just an amazing accomplishment. And in long story short, these guys are getting ready to break camp from their base camp, and here comes their friend, and he's basically done. He's gone as far as he could, and he starts yelling out their name, Simon. And they're at the camp, and they hear it, and they're like, he thinks he's hallucinating. He thinks he hears the voice of his friend, and he comes out his tent, and sure enough, it's his friend. And they run up to him, start giving him care, but he survived. That's the story.
I don't remember where I've seen it.
You got to check it out sometime. Into the Void. Great story of perseverance there. Incredible. Everybody's feet are warm now. I haven't had to peel mine out. Mine's been pretty
I
warm.
melted some
all
of my
night.
boots. They're so warm.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
That's the trick. And here we got some gloves drying out. And again, you don't want to get them too close. How many times have I done that? Like a lot. Turn on my headlamp here. The Quark. These are about right. Just right. Yes, they have snow seal on them. They'll still get wet in this stuff. The age group on these guys, by the way, is 17 to 18 is what we're working with here. A lot of them have been in the scouting program for a number of years, progressing in that. Oops. Be careful with that, man. You can't feel it. Next thing you're going to smell is burning rubber.
I think your boot's burning like that.
Go to sleep when you want to. Wake up when you want to. I imagine the camp will start stirring around 7:30 or 8. If you get up earlier or not, that's fine. Be quiet though. We'll gin up maybe a BB gun shoot after we do breakfast. Slam down some simple breakfast. Do a BB gun shoot against the army men. Pack up, we're out. There you go. Yeah, that's sharp. Done. There's Dogness waiting to go back to camp. Our sled bulging with processed logs. That's our snow expedition. That is told you guys we'd be working late. Oxygen.